Hi guys, welcome to this quick review of this Redmond hand mixer. It's an electric 5-speed handheld mixer. According to the Amazon listing, it says compact with turbo function, egg beaters, dough hooks for kitchen whipping, mixing, baking, 250 watts. It's listed for around $40 on Amazon, has pretty good reviews, so I thought I'd give it a try and show you everything, what we get, how fast it is, how strong it is, how good it works. And I'm comparing it a little bit to the US standard. I would say, yeah, that's the KitchenAid. A lot of people have this thing, and yeah, our one is at the end of the lifetime, so I was looking for something else. I found this, not too expensive, lot of functions. The only thing what I have found is missing is this whisk. A lot of new hand mixers are coming with a whisk, not this one here, but we have some accessories as well. We get 2 beaters and we get 2 dough hooks. So they're looking pretty good, pretty solid, no complaints about that. Yeah, and here we have it. You can look at it here, even some specs underneath. Here from the back, some ventilation on the side, some ventilation also in the front. It looks a little bit weird for me. At the beginning it was looking somehow like an error mistake, like a problem, but it really looks like it's just the ventilation here in the front. When we compare it to the KitchenAid, it has normal ventilation openings here. It looks a little bit weird. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this style, but as long as it works, I'm good with that. No problems. We have 5-speed, we have the eject, and we have the turbo function here, which is really convenient. Some of the hand mixers have turbo function down here, which is difficult to reach when you need to hold something and you want to operate this with one hand. So this, I think, is a good thing. So I have everything here to show you how it works and how the difference is to the KitchenAid. What I'm also showing here is the full user manual, as always, so you can make a better buy decision, or if you bought used or you lost the instructions for whatever reason, you want to read everything. I mean, this can be really helpful. Just make sure that you go on 1080p. Highest resolution, put in pause on every page. Here we have also some support information website. There's not much. I think it's always good to have everything. So when we compare the beater, yeah, this is the old style, this is more the new style. It's a little bit heavier, more massive. I think there's not a big difference in working, but you can see that this thing is a little bit shifted. Maybe that's a little bit more efficient compared to this one here. It's straight. I've been using this already for some whipped cream, and it has been working pretty good. No much difference, maybe a little bit slower than with the KitchenAid, this thing, but the main difference was actually the speed. The speed of this one, the Redmond, is much higher than with the KitchenAid. When you apply this thing, these accessories, make sure that you have plugged the mixer off, otherwise it could cause really serious injury. Of course, you can see we also can drop this thing here easily. It's no problem. So I've put it back and I'm going to attach it now. I'm also preparing the KitchenAid one. So I have them side by side now, something a little bit water in the middle. So I'm starting, of course, with the Redmond here. I'm starting on level 1. You can see it's already pretty fast, so I'm going through all the levels, and I'm also using the turbo function every now and then to show you the difference. The turbo function can be used on all the levels to accelerate a little bit. hope you have been able to see that. It was pretty fast, pretty loud as well. I'm not complaining. I mean, usually when they are fast and they are loud, I think that's not much of a difference. Of course, it's not really a especially silent thing or so, but I think it's bearable. The thing is, with the turbo function on level 5, there's no additional turbo. I think the turbo function is just more or less the maximum, which is equal to the level 5 about. So I put this on the side. What we can see, it's really convenient. We have this flat back here, absolutely flat. That's for a reason that we can put it just like this here. This is always needed when you want to let this thing drop off here. And yeah, what I also wanted to show you is really something really important, and this could be like a hazard with some other hand mixers. So this was also a reason why I bought this one here. If you just push the turbo function, it won't start the hand mixer. You can see that you can push and push and push, nothing happens. Especially when you have children around or you are not careful. I mean, when you have plugged this in and you're trying to do something, I mean, maybe you're holding this like this and you want to unplug and replug and you accidentally push this button. I mean, it's difficult to push here. Probably it's almost impossible to change this thing here while you're just doing something, but you could definitely accidentally push a turbo button. And this is with some other hand mixers, when you are hitting the turbo button, it will automatically start immediately on the highest speed, and it could cause heavy injury. So this is a huge advantage here. So back to the KitchenAid to compare. I do same thing here. I'm starting on the number 1. And you can see it's much slower. It's way slower. So I go again through all the levels. So you can see you have a very slow level 1, and then it goes up to level 5, which is very fast, about, I would say, about similar thing as the maximum with the Redmond. But the really good thing here with the KitchenAid, yeah, I have to admit, the range of the speed is much higher. So the number 1 is much slower, and this can help if you have to be careful with something. Start very slow and then increase and increase, and then at the end you are on level 5, which is basically the turbo function. I mean, I don't see the real need of a turbo function. We can really accelerate really fast. You can see that here. So you can do that in one. So why would you need a turbo function? It's just like a marketing gag, I think. Maybe let's try again the Redmond. By the way, what you can see here on the back, it's not totally flat like with the Redmond, but it is like this, and you can use it the same. It's even a little bit higher. With the Redmond, it's totally flat. You can see when you have it on the back, the one from the KitchenAid is higher. So if you have something high, it can be an advantage. With the Redmond, it's pretty low, and you can see, I mean, it's working here for this jar, but if you have like a higher jar, then it wouldn't work because it's really straight. Also an advantage of the KitchenAid. I'm going to show you again the speeds here to compare. So I would say probably a little bit more power, more speed on number 5 at the end, and especially with the low settings, low gears, number 1 and 2 and 3, it starts really fast, and the sound emission is much higher, I think. Yeah, I haven't noticed this at the beginning, but this is way more comfortable. It is not so loud. It has a better range of speed. It has even an advantage here when it comes to the height of this thing on top of a jar to drip off. So Yeah, unfortunately, I have to admit that if I had the choice again, I would buy this thing again, the KitchenAid, and the price difference is not huge. I mean, this thing is also around $40. This is $50. At the moment, you can get it $10 cheaper. So at the moment, they are exactly on the same price on Amazon. And even though it has less accessories, it doesn't have these dough hooks, and it doesn't have a whisk, which I think you probably won't use anyway. I mean, this is a standard accessory which we always had, and I think there's not much more needed. It doesn't have a turbo function, but I don't see the need. It's more quiet, it has everything, it looks nicer, so I think this has been the standard, and it probably will be the standard in the future. By the way, one more thing which is also important, the length of the cable. I have been measuring this, and it is about 56 inches, which is about 5 inches shorter than the KitchenAid. Also another plus for the KitchenAid, and I've seen some people complaining about the length of the cable. I think it's not extremely short, but it can make a difference. Yeah, and I will put down the links of both of these listings on Amazon down into the description, so you can check them out and order the one you like more right from there. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.